Another technique that I want to show you in this video. So just to give you an overview, I'm making a series of small snippets, small video snippets, where I'm kind of showing small tricks that I kind of use on almost daily basis. These are helpful techniques. There is nothing too technical about it. I'm not going into the details of everything because there are tons of videos available on YouTube which are which kind of explain that. So if you want to know about any functions, anything in depth, you can see the documentation. You can just look it up on YouTube and you'll find tons of information. My job is to just show you in this series, show you the tips and kind of quick techniques which will make your life easier. So in the previous video we exported the data. The data frame is called all data. So for example, if you look at that, it has 4 columns: row number, date, customer number, a reason. In most of the situation, what you'll find is your boss will ask you to look at the repeat customers, whether it is contact center or whether it is your website where you're making sales. Repeats is a significant part of your disposition funnel. So you will be asked in most of the cases to see how much retention we have. So there's a very handy function that we use. It's called diff. And what this function does, basically it takes the difference between the similar instances, and those instances needs to be either date or in the integer form. So what I'll tell you today very quickly is that, for example, let's take a case. For example, we have this customer number and we want to see what were the previous kind of contacts that these customers have made. So first what we'll do is, like, we will sort the data, dot sort values, and by is equal to date, and in place is equal to true. So that what it does basically is it kind of sorts your data by date. So for example, if you want to calculate the when the customer contacted you previously, it will it kind of makes sense to sort it by date. So now what I want to do is, like, I want to see whether this customer, when it contacted us, when was the last contact, and what was the or how many days ago when the customer actually contacted us. So what we can do is, like, we can simply copy paste that, and we say that, okay, so new column, which let's call it date difference, is equal to this. And what I'm doing is I'm grouping the data by customer number and by reason, and I'm only taking the date column because it will kind of create that that new column for us based on this difference. And when we run this column, what it will do is, if we look at all data again, now if you look at this customer, so it will say that, so these this customer has kind of because I'm let's do that, where why you see no value here is because I've grouped the customer number by reason as well. And if I do all data, where reason is equal to bill, yeah, and then I sort the data, I've kind of filtered the data by this, what you'll find is it should give you only billing data. Oh, okay, well, all right, so that will just there, yeah. So now if you look at the billing data, it says that this customer was contacted by um, after 3 days. So if you calculate the difference between these two, you will see that 3 days, and then it will keep on going on. So for example, the next instance is for 1001, customer number is this, and that contact was made after 28 days, and then you can sort the data, the stuff, by the date and everything else. But yeah, so this is what it does, and then you can use group by functions to calculate repeats. You can filter the data, filter this date difference. So for example, you say is bigger than 28 days, let's suppose, and basically what it does is it will filter the date by this column, and this date column is basically your numpy date series as well, so you can perform all the functions. So yeah, it is basically datetime object, and what you can do is you can perform all the datetime functions on this one. You can extract days, time, months, and everything else. And this, guys, is a very useful function. If you have any other questions, or you want me to go in more detail with this function, let me know. Otherwise, subscribe to my channel, and let's see where we go with this series. If you have any particular questions, do let me know, and I'll be happy to kind of post a video about it. Thank you.